you shift into your heart and you do the emotional work to release those old traumas, then you can form connections and bonds and have a degree of freedom in your own internal emotional expression that is transformative.
We never know what the outcome of doing EFT can be, and sometimes the outcome is something other than what we expected.
Yeah.
And if you've simply got a feeling of lightness
Yeah.
and a just general better feeling in yourself, well, that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why I don't tap with even though I'm angry or even though I feel abandoned, because your brain is a Google machine, isn't it? You put any word in and your brain Googles to give that word meaning. So if we put in the word abandoned, your brain Googles abandoned. And how many pages is it going to find? Yeah? Masses, and it's going to find every abandoned that ever happened in your life. And that is going to be too big for EFT to clear it. You have to go a bite-sized chunk at a time.
Wanted to see what her brainwaves looked like. And so we put her in this chair because this is a quick demo. And now what I can show you, Hila, is that you have a lot of everything. We can tell just by hooking somebody up without doing anything, without even tapping, is like, here's the kind of person you are. You have a lot of empathy and a lot of feelings accessible and a lot of ability to feel what other people are feeling. And you also have a lot of creativity and you have a good bridge. See, if you didn't have this yellow alpha here in this bridge, you wouldn't know what was going on down here, because this alpha is the bridge between the subconscious and the conscious mind.
This was originally seen in a Swami by Max Cade back in the 60s when he first started looking at this in England, and he developed the mind mirror here. So this is what he saw in this person, and he had been studying Zen meditators. He was a Zen Roshi, and he developed this technique so that he could see what his students were doing. And he saw, you know, this meditation pattern here with alpha and theta, but then he saw this Swami, who was a master, hooked him up, and he had this pattern. And he said, how often do you meditate? And he said, once a day, all day.
What were your highlights?
Several things. One is just the degree of participation of people. They clearly were engaged, they were involved, they shifted, and the amount of personal transformation I saw in people's faces as old traumas fell away, as all the emotional things that have held them back as pain just went down. It was wonderful to look at those faces and see on their faces how all of these big shifts were echoed in their bodies. So write down, somebody write down here, how do you say that in Dutch?
Ik ben niet goed genoeg.
Ik ben niet goed genoeg. Okay. Wat is dit verdient?
Ich habe es nicht verdient.
Ich habe es nicht verdient. We're trying to clean out the Augean stables, we're trying to get down deep in there into the stuff and dump it. Just imagine if this is the last chance you have in your entire life to let the water flow through there and wash it all out.
Ook al ben ik niet goed genoeg. Ik accepteer mezelf diep en volledig. Ik accepteer mezelf diep en volledig.
So I would say that if anybody is thinking about visiting the Netherlands, definitely sign up for some EFT conference, because this is the best way to see the Netherlands and to have this experience that we get to take home with us now of pumping up all of the juice of the joy and the bliss that we get to take home with us by just experiencing doing 2 days of EFT tapping and creating all of these different types of adventures in consciousness.